Well, hello, beautiful spirits. Thank you for tuning in. It is me, Whimsy, your favorite oracle named Whimsy. Good to speak to everyone. I'm sorry I couldn't come on today for Hot Topics Thursdays. I'm taking a course at Portland Community College in multimedia, and yeah, I got stuck on an assignment, and then I ended up losing it. It looked so pretty. Eh. And then I did another one. Yeah, you don't want to hear it. Anyway, the point is I apologize. I'm back to community college. Back. I want to learn how to make YouTube videos look smart. So many things to learn. Keeps you young, doesn't it? Let's do the impasse prayer, shall we? Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively we say, Amen. So tonight I tried to put myself in the shoes of what it was to be Donald Trump. That is my cat. You coming? You gonna come up here? Come on. Come on, let's go. And hopefully Mila will join us. You'll be able to see her. She's on a diet. Uh, if anything's going to make her more active, it's a diet. She's at half a cup a day. And it's making her quite active. It's like, hey, where's the food? They say you're supposed to keep them engaged in other activities and physical. Yes. So that's what's going on with her. She's 11.4 pounds. And when the first time I weighed her at the vets, she was 7 pounds after she had her first litter. Well, her only litter. Anyway, so that's what's going on with her. So she's on a diet. So I put myself in the shoes of Donald Trump, and here is what it feels like to be Donald Trump. I feel like these frickin' lawsuits will not go away. That is, of course, the first feeling I have. These lawsuits will not go away. And I feel that they are dividing my energy. I feel my energy very divided between having to deal with all this crap and the election. I feel I have, I felt I had a good shot, but the problem is I can't get rid of this damn investigation and everything else that's going on. I felt like I had lost my mojo. I felt like the energy had changed. I felt like I was no longer what I was. I felt that I don't feel right. I feel like I can't bounce back like I used to. Amphetamines at night, you flirt with nice ladies, you have a good time, you tip her, she leaves around 5, 6 a.m. You take an Ambien, you sleep, it's fantastic. You wake up around 10, 11 a.m., you have a nice brunch with your friends, you go play golf. Now that's a great life. I can't come back like I used to. Something isn't right. I used to be able to do this. I had my pills. You had your uppers, you had your Viagra, you had your downers. Um, it's a difficulty, but I feel my age. And I feel that my age is keeping me from bouncing back. Maybe almost like I have a flu, or and maybe it's because I have a flu and I'm not. Hope maybe next week he'll feel better. Let's clarify. But it's almost like I just feel run down, exhausted, um, torn between these lawsuits and trying to get reelected. I think I may have to cut my. I feel there's a possibility as Donald Trump that I may have to end my run. There's a possibility that this run can't continue. It's as if Trump has lost his mojo. The Knight of Pentacles, it goes nowhere. His money is his concern. The Nine of Pentacles, his savings, where he's at right now, he has to make a decision about his crossing issue, his money. Two of Pentacles, back and forth again with the coin, Peter to pay Paul. What is above him, his partnerships. He is indebted. He has people he owes or he is responsible to, and because he owes them this. Well, he sits in the Justice Department, or this, not the Justice Department, but this sense of the Queen of Swords. She rules with the sword, right? His passing, trying to evade jail, incarceration, and where he's headed, Tower. Fifth house, action, will result in reaction. In a sense, he's already been arrested, right? He's already gone, he's already been arrested. He's already been charged multiple times, and he's already had to give bail and do the bond thing and pay people out. So, as far as Spirit's concerned, he's already been arrested, charged, the whole thing. And now it's all crashing in on him. You can see in the sixth house, which would be near future. Now, to understand the karma of Donald Trump, you have to understand that his fourth house is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is his partnership sliding into Tower. That tells me that the inevitable is about to happen. His partners are about to be charged, and specifically his international partnerships are beginning to crash, which could also mean money from international sources. Where he is at right now, Empress. So, it's interesting. He's willing to take large sums of money in order to be compromised, in order to take this election. So that's this dynamic of he'll take money from anywhere. Anybody can buy him. He has no scruples. And so for that reason, many people vote for him. Many people will put money on this president precisely because he can be bought. And so therefore, he's the perfect dictator. Every sycophant, every lobbyist now understands that this president has a price. How much? So we have a nice flush Empress. However, his opposition, the people grieve. His hope and fear, incarceration. We can see the Nine of Wands, which is to be contained, incarcerated, or held against his will. Four of Swords, this campaign will end. We can see both the juxtaposition of the 12th house going nowhere and Knight of Pentacles going nowhere. To clarify why it went nowhere, we'll throw another 4 cards. He had resources he could go to financially from foreign sources. This is true. However, his opposition had evidence against him. His perhaps even had control of the money. You know what? I think we shut his income sources down, and I think we arrested his colleagues, and I think we're going to begin charging even more people in the House, which is another reason why people are bailing from the House. Um, People don't want to make a deal with this guy. Hopes and fears. Final outcome. He can evade prosecution if he takes lesser sentences, and he can evade prosecution possibly for medical reasons. There seems to be a possibility that he could be able to get off for medical reasons. But I believe he could be having problems going forward legally and possibly medically. I've been asked to do remote views on Sean Diddy Combs, or Diddy as people like to say. And as I did a remote last night on Diddy Combs, I heard the words golden juice and rumors about the golden juice. And what do you have to do to get power in Hollywood? You have to drink the golden juice. So, what is the golden juice? The golden juice is when a person is initiated into a cult in Hollywood, or a select group of people that pledge their loyalty to another person in a position of power, like Diddy. You have to prove to Diddy that you're willing to humiliate yourself in front of a group of other people, and that's drinking the golden juice. Some people take it literally, where, say, the celebrity urinates in a glass in front of other celebrities, and then if you want to get in, you have to drink it. So you go to one of these exclusive parties with a particular person who is power, and you want to get into the music industry, or you want to get into some other industry. You'll be willing in that circle, in that party, in front of everybody, to do anything, and including drinking the golden juice. And once you have humiliated yourself to that point, and it's all been filmed, then you can be trusted that you're part of the in crowd, because you know that he's got the goods on you, and he can do whatever he wants to you because you drank the golden juice. But because you drank the golden juice, you're basically handing him control over your career, and only good things can happen. The problem with that is that it takes on almost a satanic kind of element to it, where these ceremonies are taking place, where a handful of people who really have talent have been selected by this group of power mongers to get a group of people to humiliate themselves like dogs that are peeing on each other. And it goes back to that. And that is precisely what they're talking about when they talk about the ceremonies of the golden juice. That is what is going on with some of the film footage, and that is what's coming out with power. Who has power? Why do they have power? And what does power mean? And why do we want power? What are we willing to do to get it? Are we willing to give up all power, degrade ourselves, do disgusting things? And in the end, what do we get? You could produce your own music on YouTube. You don't have to go through such ridiculous behaviors, right? So I'm going to do one more throw on the future of Diddy, excuse me, and Hollywood. His record label, his people are in civil war, and they're fighting over economic control. 3 versus 2. Excuse me, 5 of Wands. This really began because people were trying to take control over a monopoly. And so they decided to go in and sabotage him because of control of a label or some kind of control of his monopoly. It was a political move. Things are changing in April. He has an investigation all over him. By the way, he's a federal agent, evidently. He's got money, and he's got money outside the U.S. He also has a partner outside the U.S. He could leave to the Cayman Islands or anywhere. He's got money outside the U.S. It won't stop him. So, like, he has his own religion, his own church. His judge will be a woman. This is the time of the women. He refuses to acknowledge that what he did was wrong. There are informants and people inside the FBI that posed as possible victims, and that was what also led to his conviction. Here's the hidden woman takes him out. Clarification here that something about mediation or him confessing to a lesser sentence. I know also multiple people are going to be, they're now going through film footage of everybody that went to some of these parties to get a hint of who saw what where. Younger people that may have been offered the golden juice, etc., or offered to participate in some of this stuff, which may have involved underage victims, foreign nationals. We've talked about Homeland being involved. That information appears to be coming out as well. I'm going to do one quick throw to see just how bad the expose. But every time I have followed the energy in Hollywood, I'm sorry to say, I see economic ruin and collapse. And eventually it's going to become a nice place and an egalitarian place where actors and artists and beautiful creative people can go and do beautiful things, and they can afford to buy a house and have kids and not be molested. That's what Hollywood should have been, not a bunch of freaks in mega mansions tying children up and all kinds of other things that are coming out. And let's turn those places into homes for the homeless, many of whom are actors that have been abused. Many of the people I've talked to that are homeless in LA are starving actors, literally, that have had bad things happen to them. Artists are very sensitive people, very sensitive. And Hollywood just eats them alive. Hollywood is defensive. It's on the defensive. It doesn't want to take any responsibility for what it's done. There's this Two of Swords. You can't blame us. We didn't do anything. We didn't know anything. We went to the party, but we didn't go to the basement. We went to the party, but we didn't know about the connecting underground tunnels. And we don't want you to bring cadaver dogs down there that are connecting houses. When are y'all going to bring those cadaver dogs? I told you about that. People are getting very sober. The party is over. People are taking their high heels off, and they're getting back in their limos and going home. We can see this sobriety. Boom. It's like reality. The party's over. Told you 5 years ago to change your ways, Hollywood. I told you what was coming. I said Hollywood was dead. I said you need to stop behaving like that. I told you that Johnny Depp was abusive drug addict with a horrible past. And there's more where he came from. So let all of the ugly, horrible, awful come out. We have above this, they're building a case. This is really part of an extensive Homeland Security investigation into missing children that they had lost track of. It was part of an investigation into kids in the system that they had lost track of, locating, tracking, returning people. Six of Swords can be going to smoother water, but it can also be a captive or returning somebody who had come from a troubled past. So it could be a captive or somebody who was trapped on the island, and you get them out of that situation. Leads me to think that part of this investigation involved actually rescuing people. There were actual people involved. This was an extensive investigation by Homeland Security that went on for a very, very long time. It was coordinated. Eight of Pentacles, 100% would include mastery. Look at this. Look at this level of mastery. And look at this in the fourth house. The steeple of this investigation. He is so screwed. This is the walls. This is the steep. This is the guy. This is the guy is so screwed. This is mastery. Oh, constructing genius. I mean, like, he's so testimony from witnesses that have been rescued. They rescued people. They rescued people that gave testimony. There's more involved. It extends beyond him. He's part of an operation that is, he's a drug lord. He's a man. He's doing something at the border. He's involved in something that's beyond this Diddy person, because the star has come down. But look at this death. I mean, this guy is ruined. In his cups, the man was so drunk on power. Power and money, man, was his opposition. Judgment against him. Look at this, another raid. I mean, this guy, Knight of Rods, the Knight of War. He's toast. He's toast. His friends are toast. Oh God. How many friends? How many friends? I mean, like Kanye West and the Kardashians are being. I mean, like, everybody is going to be having to get lawyers and be deposed. Everybody is. Oh God. And they've got film footage. They confiscated all the computers. I'm so sorry for the victims. How many names? Way too many. I can tell you that right now. Popcorn. When one pops, the others start to pop. Eight of Pentacles. Reap what you sow. It's it's a lot of victims. It's a lot of tapes. It's a lot of testimonies. So much so he did attempt to flee, or would potentially attempt to flee, or other perpetrators. Some names are going to shock people. A lot of Hollywood names. People are going to be, a lot of people implicated. You can see partnerships, theft, children. I think it's going to get bad. I think it will heat up by summer of 2025. By the time, that is how extensive this investigation is. It's the Holy Grail. It's cracking into the human trafficking and pedophilia moguls in Hollywood. And one by one, they're being taken down. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for spending time with me today and forgiving me for not being able to join you earlier. Hopefully, when I learn more about how to make films, I'll be able to show you my handiwork. And of course, when I get better at the violin, I'll show you how I'm progressing with that as well. All right. Thanks, everyone. Be kind to all so that all can be kind to you too. Blessings, God bless, and much love. We'll see you next time. Peace out.